Hello and welcome to the fourth Matt Le Tissier newsletter live from the Edinburgh Fringe. That's where I'm reading it from. Here we go. Welcome newcomers and hello everyone. Hope you've all had a good week. Fascinating developments in the Nigel Farage banking controversy with resignations at the banking giant and a big fall in shares at NatWest. Definitely a case for power of the people. If only this could be scaled up and people would understand just how powerful they can be against people in perceived positions of power. Those people are in those positions of power because people were tricked into believing they would help the common people. In the right numbers, we have the power to remove these people. I mean, I don't know if Nigel Farage is, but okay, sure. The climate propaganda has been in full swing this week, with the BBC being caught out in their reporting of surface temperatures instead of air temperature in Europe. That's incorrect. Well, anyway, in their efforts to coerce us into believing that net zero is a good thing and not just another scam that makes rich people richer and poor people poorer. Matt is a millionaire. Anyway, also it transpires that the vast majority of the wildfires that journalists were very quick to attribute climate change were actually started by arsonists. I wonder if those arsonists were employed to deliberately start them by the groups with vested interests. Matt Le Tissier. So that thing about ground temperatures and stuff, that's not true. A guy on GB News said that. But Matt says all of the fires were started by, I don't know. Yeah, good. But it's fair that arsonists could have worked for the BBC. I've had a fairly quiet week this week. Monday included a photo shoot for Supreme CBD for an upcoming advertising campaign. Thanks, by the way, for all the great positive feedback from all of you that have tried the CBD products and are seeing a healthy difference. Tuesday was golf at Camberley Heath with one of my old teammates, Nicky Banger, and a couple of guys who paid in a charity auction to play with us. Then my usual paddle tennis. Tuesday evening, paddle tennis. Shows how much I enjoy paddle in that I passed up the opportunity to watch Southampton v Bournemouth in a pre-season friendly at St Mary's to go and play. Bloody hell. Wednesday was a rare day spent at home with my wife and had a lovely lunch in Romsey at Josie's Cafe, which is excellent. Thursday had a great chat with James and Adam at Goldbusters on Twitter. Repensions. Here's a link if you want to take a listen. They simplify things really well, and it's worth a listen. Thursday afternoon was spent at the New Forest show in Lyndhurst, where I spent a couple of hours on the Southampton Disability Supporters Association stall, along with James Beattie having photos taken. Remember him? Signing autographs and chatting with fans, young and old alike. If you're ever in the area that time of year, there's plenty to see and do there, so well worth a visit. Friday was my busiest day. I'd lined up a podcast with Dr. Ahmed Malik, a very awake doctor, at what I thought was... Hold on, that sounds a bit like woke. At what I thought was 8 a.m. Then a charity golf day at the Grove in Watford, where registration was at 10:30 with a midday start, followed by an appearance on the Mark Dolan show. That's something, the link, I used to be friends with Mark Dolan before he pretended to be right wing. Mark Dolan show on GB News at 9:45. So the day got off to an interesting start as I called Dr. Malik at 7:40 a.m. to let him know I was 10 minutes from his home, which was half an hour's drive from the Grove. I knew straight away from the panic in his voice that one of us had messed up. He was convinced it was 6 p.m., not 8 a.m. Oh my God. How'd you mix that up? He was convinced it was 6 p.m., not 8 a.m. that we had agreed on. Of course it was for a podcast. It's not going to be 8 a.m., is it? But as is my way, we found a way to make it happen. I drove back to his house after the golf and did the podcast at 7 p.m. before then heading back into central London in plenty of time for my GB News appearance, which you can watch here. Apparently, you get paid a lot if you're a guest on GB News. So, a day which started at 6 a.m. finished with me getting home just after midnight. Yeah, but that's your fault, mate. That's your fault. There was never, you weren't going to record a podcast at 8 a.m. with the Dr. COVID denier guy. Saturday started with a dog walk and then an hour's chat on TNT radio with Alan Miller from the Together Declaration, talking all things freedom and crimes against humanity. Then followed by doing all jobs that need doing before going on holiday as our family trip to Guernsey with two other families from our village was starting first thing Sunday morning. Sunday arrived in a very blustery Guernsey, but that didn't stop us having a lovely barbecue with my parents, eldest daughter, brother, aunts and uncles, niece and nephews. And I can confirm global warming has definitely not reached Guernsey. Have a lovely week, everyone. I intend to, despite the weather. Best, Matt. Really good, really good. I think it's getting better. Sorry, you couldn't see the bottom. Just to confirm, best Matt says unsubscribe down there. I will never unsubscribe. Very good newsletter. I'm very much enjoying this. By the way, I had some people that felt the need to defend Matt Letitia commenting on previous videos. Don't worry, it's okay. Looking forward to newsletter number 5.